Hi everyone. I'd like to present a few ideas uh, to you. My name is Khalil. I am a director of the Faith Matters Islamic Center located in the Maryland suburbs. I'd like to talk to you about respect for human diversity, justice, and religious freedom from an Islamic perspective. By Allah's grace, I would like to offer three areas of consideration from the Islamic tradition. That is Quranic guidance regarding respect for human diversity, compassionate justice, and religious freedom. Without these components, there is no cohesive society. Respect for human diversity. The Holy Quran guides readers to respect human diversity, not to be hated, but in order to extend our knowledge. If you would study just only the biology, the diversity of the phenotype, the way people look across the globe, you would be busy for the rest of your life. So there is a lot of knowledge in the study of the diversity of humanity. In the following verse, it declares righteousness as the only distinction of honor in the sight of Allah. The Quran states, O humanity, we created you from a single pair of a male and a female, and made you into nations and tribes, that ye may know each other, not that ye despise each other. Verily, the most honored of you in the sight of God is he who is the most righteous of you. And Allah has full knowledge and is well acquainted with all things. Which is to say that diversity, in a totally rational sense, diversity of humanity is our reality. That's what we're experiencing day to day. This verse declares our commitment to righteousness, to be just to people, as essential to our faith and human survival. Respect for justice is one of those survival principles that cannot be overlooked or negated because our survival depends on it. In the Quran, God commands believers to stand out firmly on justice. The Quran says, O ye who believe, stand out firmly for justice, as a witness to Allah, even as against yourself, your parents, or your kin, or whether it be against rich or poor, for Allah can best protect both. Follow not the lust of your hearts, lest ye swerve or distort from justice, or decline to do justice. Verily, Allah is well acquainted with all that you do. Justice is a reality that must be respected. With the exception of the belief in God, justice is one of the highest principles declared in the Quran and the Islamic legal tradition. Religious freedom. We need greater respect for conscious liberty of the individual, not just the various religious community, but of the individual as God created him or her. Religious freedom is a survival principle. The Prophet Muhammad once came upon a group of Muslims debating about which religion was superior. This is the occasion for one of the Quran's most often recorded revelations. It says that if God so willed, he could have made all of you one community. But he has not done so in order that he may test you according to what he has given you. So compete in goodness, compete in all that is good. To God shall we all return, and he will tell you the truth about what we have been disputing. The Quran guides humanity to respect other scriptures as legitimate in the eyes of God. Respect the human consciousness, all human consciousness, as legitimate in the eyes of God, whether it be good or bad. You struggle to reconcile and refine, but you respect the human's understanding of things, even if you're out reaching out to correct them or help share knowledge with them. You are to respect it. The Holy Quran confirms previous scriptures. It states, Allah, there is no deity but Him, but He, the living, the self-subsisting, the eternal. It is He who sent down to thee step by step in truth the book confirming what went before it. And it is He who sent down the law of Moses and the gospel of Jesus before this as a guide, to mankind. And He sent down the criterion of judgment between right and wrong. There are a lot of Muslims who believe that the criterion here is referring to the Quran. I would say yes, and I wouldn't argue with them, but I believe that the Quran is talking about criterion as a form of human judgment between right and wrong. The criterion, the ability to judge between right and wrong. This is a rational process that the human being is created with before any revelation. To consider the different religious traditions mentioned in this verse as legitimate in the eyes of God offers us an opportunity for peaceful cooperation, respectful dialogue, and mutual benefit for all. In summary, we Americans are in need of a greater respect for the sacredness of human life and its diversity, and including the life of this planet Earth. We must have respect for all of creation. We are in need of respect for righteousness and justice as values necessary for survival. We are in need of greater respect for conscious liberty and religious freedom as moral imperatives. Peace to all, and thank you for listening.